that I made. So and then I think I'm gonna make maybe just a rib like fingerless
Fingerless mitts.
mitts, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I
Uh-huh.
have two skin left, so I can do like more stuff. Anyway, very happy.
It's wonderful. It's going to keep you warm. It's going to keep
Yeah.
you warm. Yeah. Yeah. And Rochelle, we have Rachel
Yeah.
and Rochelle.
Yeah.
And Rochelle, you did a cactus flower. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
look
don't
at
know.
that. It's lovely.
Well, I guess that's the bad side. There you go.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
lovely, lovely, lovely. And how
So
are you
just
doing? When you picked up the edges, did you pick up 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3, or what did you do?
I think I did, I think I kind of I think I did kind of a combo, to tell you honest truth. I just looked at, I just tried to divide it. I think I split it all in half and then put it in a quarter, and then tried to pick up 36 and then 36. So depending on how I think it fell.
Well, it looks like
But
yours is going to be nice and snugged up, around
yeah,
your neck as well.
I haven't tried it on yet, but I mean it fits around, but I
Right.
haven't with the neck piece part. I got about 3 inches to go.
It's wonderful, wonderful, just
Yeah.
beautiful. And then Elaine. Oh, Elaine, let's see. Janelle. Janelle, how are things going for you? Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm still in the long length, but I feel good about it.
Yeah, it looks more intimidating than it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. And that color, that's the blue lichen, right?
Right. I like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
very nice.
Yeah, it's really nice, really nice. And Kathy, hi.
Hi, I'm kind of distracted. I just picked up my new foster dog, and so he's a little active.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
So got a dachshund head and a Brittany Spaniel body or something. We're not quite sure what he is.
And does he have the short legs too?
No, I'm sorry.
Does he have the short legs like a dachshund?
Not quite as short as they normally are, but short. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to hold him for a minute until I want to at least tune in a minute, because I finished mine. I've worn it several times when we had the ice and everything here. But I'm going to take my neckband off once it warms up here permanently and make it smaller.
Yeah. So am I.
It really, for those of you that haven't finished yet, my suggestion is make it tighter than you think you want it, because it stretches. It really is stretchy, and including the part around the shoulders.
Rachel is nodding her head. Yes, she experienced that. We talked about that a lot last week, and we also talked about it already right before you hopped on with Rachel. So yeah, it is really stretchy, and I'm going to have to take mine off as well. It's just, I mean, it'd be okay if you really wanted it to be a super droopy one, but I want it more like Rachel is wearing hers. It's snugger up around. I mean, I would want to stay warm up there. That's where if I was wearing it, that's where I would want to be warm.
Right. Did Rachel, how many stitches did you end up doing yours on?
I did 1 out of 2. And you just have to be careful to make sure it's a factor of 8. So so I did the medium, I think. So if I divided by 2, it was 114 stitches, and I increased it to plus 6, so 120, I think. So so it's really half, but plus a little bit, just rounded up, down or up. I decided to go up, so so it's really half the stitches. And I think, and that was because Pamela showed us what she had. It was like lower, and I think
Mhm.
it's fine if you wear it over a coat, probably, right? But since she wanted to wear it and more like on clothes, and I think I want to do that too. So I did F, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I tried to split the difference between the small and the medium, and it's
That's
Yeah.
what
still
I
too
did, and it
big.
was too much.
It's still too big, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would just go F.
See how it's, whoops. That's probably how yours is, Kathy.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit too much for me.
Yeah. So, but it's
And it
very
would be
warm.
fine on a coat, over a coat, it would be fine, I think.
Right, because you'd have something, yeah.
Yeah, but it depends on you.
Yeah.
Or even a
Yeah.
turtleneck, I suppose, if you wore it over a turtleneck, that would might be nice too. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to do the same as you, Kathy. Thank you for mentioning
So
that.
you're talking about picking up high.
Oh, hi, Esther.
Hi, I'm actually now finally getting started because I'm now on the medium, even though I went to the medium because I'm the person who had to get the gauge, I had to go up to 13. So now
Right.
I'm back to 11 and it looks very nice.
Yeah, it's not leaving the whole, I mean, there's always going to be somewhat holes. I mean, you can, yeah.
Oh,
You
no,
know,
no,
there's-
no. Compared to when it was on the 13th, it just wasn't working.
Yeah, yeah.
It was too thick. But you're talking about picking up the collar. So I think I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. So it's because I want it not over a coat.
Yeah, me as well, I as well. And that's Rachel was saying that she did hers. If you can see how she's wearing hers, it's a lot more snugged up around her neck. And she did basically every other stitch she picked up. Every other stitch. And so but you have to make it so that it's divisible by 8 so that your knits and purls on the rib come out okay, so that you're, 4 and 4 knit, 4 purl, 4 knit. And so multiple of 8. So just, you can go off and do your own thing as long as you make it a multiple of 8.
Did you do
So-
yours like that in between size? Like, how there was the small and then the medium. Like I did mine in between. So I guess there was kind of like 3 more sections between, like, or I think it was 15 to 18. I think I stopped at like 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
So then did you pick up based on, so like, I think it was like 120 something, 28 stitches to 152. So I picked up 142, I think.
I should have written down what I picked up. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly, and it's been several weeks now since I knit it, but I basically picked up 2 out of 3 instead of every other. I picked up 2, skipped 1, picked up,
Yeah, see, I think that's what I did. I think sometimes I was
Yeah.
like, it was every other, and then it was every 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it just, I mean, it looks fine. If I had a turtleneck on, it would look fine. But I just,
Huh.
I
Now I'm
just,
curious because I missed the last session. I had to have a little surgical procedure, and so I was gone. But so now I'm curious to see how mine's going to end up coming out.
well, yours
I
looks
didn't-
like it's snugged up more. I don't know.
But I don't
'cause
know if that's just because it's on the needles.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I did
I don't know.
140 some knit
Are you not
stitches,
happy
too.
with the one you did? Because it looks nice. It just looks wider.
Yeah. Well, if I were planning on wearing it over a coat, I probably would be happier with it. But because I want to wear it just over clothes, here in Southern California on the coast, we get kind of damp and chilly with marine layer and stuff. And I just want to be able to throw it on over even a light dress or a t-shirt or something, I want to do that. So I want it, so I'll want to be warm here when I do that.
So are you
And
going to
how-
redo the collar?
Pardon?
Are you going to redo the collar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take it off and then pick up every other, or basically every other, like Rachel did.
Okay, so every other might be the trick.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a trial and error, you know, depending on, but that's the nice thing about this pattern is it's very flexible, you know, as far as fitting. It's not like fitting a sweater or something.
I just finished this. It's so pretty.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
That's the iris.
Oh, that's the iris. Yes, yes, yes. I
Isn't
love
it? It's so soft.
I
It's
know.
like wearing a cloud.
It totally is. It totally is. And it's so great for year round because in the summertime, a little cotton, you know, accessory works just beautifully. I mean, especially for people who live in climates like I do, where it's just really, it's kind of the same year round, you know, it can be
Yeah.
chilly in the summer, just like it can be, I mean, it is chillier in the winter, but anyway.
And then the next layer is the Brana. I put these
Oh,
on
you did
to show you.
yeah, I would love to see that.
This is the Brana wrap.
That's the silly one. Now, is that the one that had the buttons or is this the one that?
Yes, yes. Now, I just finished this. So here's the buttons. The buttons aren't on. I brought them with me. Going to have these buttons.
Oh, pretty. Oh, mother of pearl. Yeah.
No, it's actually just silvery.
Is it silver? Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's like an odd shape, but I think it's gonna look nice
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the, look at it on,
Oh,
it looks pretty on the fabric.
gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
I just had a tiny question.
Yeah.
Is it okay to ask a question that's not about the other wrap?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, the buttonholes are about 6 rows in. They are 6 rows.
6 stitches or 6 rows?
6 rows.
Oh, okay.
They set the buttonholes back.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking I should set the buttons back about 6 rows or 4 rows, just so they're not right at the edge.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I would set them up exactly where you want them. If you wanted to button it up even tighter, you would be fine in doing that.
Yeah, you just have to play with it.
Yeah, yeah, just
And I love the way the buttons, I don't know if you could see this, but they really look nice. This is the blue you sent me.
oh,
You had run out of yarn, and then you had these extra 2 skeins.
that's right.
And I think it looks beautiful.
It is gorgeous. That yarn is really nice.
And what I found is maybe because I'm a tight knitter, I basically used almost none of the second skein.
Oh,
So I'm going to make
it's,
fingerless gloves.
yes.
I'll probably have enough to make for me and my friend.
Oh, fantastic.
So I'm
I'm
having
so
a
happy.
party with the blue yarn you sent.
Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, that was some yarn that I had left over here in the studio. I hadn't used it, but yeah, I was glad that I could help you out with that. I love to do that. Oh, Elaine cannot hear us. I'm just reading. I'm
can
sorry.
now. I
Oh, you can't now. Okay.
I got it fixed.
Okay. And how are you doing?
Well, I'm a little bit frustrated because I too am a tight knitter. So I'm doing the medium size, I think. And it says that it's supposed to be 14 inches that without the, but I've done it in 2 sizes. This is a 13 and it just doesn't look wide enough. It's right at about 14 inches.
Well, isn't that, okay, hold on.
But pardon. I did it in the 11 and I think it's way too small. Just looks small.
Isn't the medium 14 inches?
Yeah, but is it, I mean, it's right at 14. So is that going to be good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, it's going the other way.
Right, but it's still
And also remember,
this
it
is from here to here.
stretches. Also, remember it stretches. And
Okay,
when you get this band on, even if you pull it up tighter, like Rachel has, it still sits low on the shoulder. Like mine, look at how long it is.
okay. What size is yours? Did you do?
I did a medium this way, and then I
Okay.
shortened it this way.
Okay,
Oh, there, Kathy. Yeah. Actually, that looks really nice like that.
yeah, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, no, Elaine, you're gonna be fine, I think, because it stretches. And if you block it, now I didn't block mine. Now Rachel blocked hers and it just went whoa, it just
okay,
grew. And so I didn't need to block mine because I sort of knit a little bit medium to loose. And so I didn't block mine, but if you feel like you want it just a little wider, then block it.
okay. Well, it's
And
for
I-
my
I knit-
sister, so,
What I
knit-
found though, sorry, what
Good.
I found about blocking is that it stretched the other way. It didn't stretch the height,
Oh,
it
it didn't.
stretched the width.
I think if you
So-
wanted it to, you could though. I think if
Yeah, I
you
guess.
pulled it and pinned it.
Okay, yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess.
that's my surmising.
Yeah.
because You can usually block things
Yeah.
and have some give.
I've never done anything quite like this. Is this how it's supposed to look?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
it's perfect.
Just a second. It's pretty bunched up, but I'm just
Yeah.
curious. Okay,
But Elaine, I did the same color and I'm a tight knitter and mine look just like yours. And all I've done is wear it a few times. I did not block it and it really is relaxed.
okay,
So that's why I say, don't make it too big because it stretches out.
okay. I was wondering if I needed to go, what size needle did you use?
Whatever it called for, the 11.
Okay, I went up to 13, so,
Now,
That's interesting, 'cause
Elaine,
I went up to 13, it must be the way I was knitting. The holes between the cables were just too big.
well, these are big too. I didn't know that's what happened when you did a cable, but you can't really, I mean, you can't see them.
yeah, no, there's holes in mine too. I mean,
Okay.
there's the holes in everybody's.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
That's-
no, holes I know are regular. Mine were,
Yours were
with the
noticeable.
hole.
They were droopy. Yeah, they were.
they just, it wasn't working.
Yeah.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I also did a medium, Elaine, and I'm not quite, I'm almost 10 rows, 10 cycles into it. So I still have, I guess, 8 more to do. Or I heard that somebody else did 7, maybe 17 instead of 18, which I might think about doing. But I also just measured as well, mostly because I was like, is this too long? But I measured this way, and I'm a tight knitter as well. So at the tail end, it's about 13 and a half. And up here, it's like closer to like 11 or 12. So it does stretch out as I'm getting the beginning part. But I am a tight knitter as well. I'm trying to use mindfulness and relax in my knitting to make it a little bit looser. But I tend to knit tight as well. So I'm realizing over time that it is loosening on what everybody else is saying. But I have a question. I started 5 minutes late, so I apologize. And I remember to talk about last time, but when you're picking up, because I'm hopefully we'll be picking up the stitches, closing it up and doing the stitches around the neck next time. So if I want to make it, so I'm in Texas, so we do get cold weather because we had some nice ice the other day. And I do occasionally wear, coats. And then I have family in the northern sections and probably will plan on going to places like New York a lot more. So, I can always make a small one if I want to do it just for around here. But if I want to make the neck a little bit tighter, you said do it every other instead of like every 2 or something to make it tighter.
Yeah. You see the difference? Can you see me? And then look at Rachel. Mine is 2 out of 3 and hers is 1 out of 2.
Rachel, can you sit up tall?
Okay, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that helps. Thank you.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful.
It's
And
really is.
Jennifer, I'm in Texas too. So I think you're the one that's from Plano, right?
I'm in Plano. Yeah,
Yeah,
so we have
and I'm-
freeze. Okay, and the freeze.
Yeah, and so I'm in the Firewheel area of Garland, and so I did the same thing, but I'm actually gonna go down. I did 40, whatever, 143, whatever is divisible by 8. But I think when I take it off, I'm actually going to go down to the 128 that was on the small, because it'll take about 4 rows out of this and pull it in.
Okay, then I think I'm gonna probably do the same thing. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I can't see your name, the one that's doing the green. So what size needles did you use?
Is that me?
Yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it says Gabriella, which is my daughter, because we do a lot of Zoom things. I have to change it every time I get into there back to my name. If you ever see me as Gabriella, that's my daughter. So I'm using the 11s because I have a whole bunch of interchangeable, and then I did buy the ones for the collar, or the 11.5. So I'm on 11s. I am doing what is required. So I would say, my stitches are, they're definitely tighter. But that's my normal. Like I said, I'm working on relaxing when I knit, but I find I struggle a little bit on the cabling. When I'm doing the cabling, it gets really tight. I'm like struggling. I don't know if that ever gets better.
Well, it just takes think loose. You just have to relax your hands and that's the only way.
I find though, but I try to start that way and then I find myself,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but everything I do is tight, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting in mental health. And so I love knitting, and we try and encourage things that, that comes with mindfulness, and I kind of use it as a mindfulness. And so I noticed, like, when you're doing mindfulness, you kind of start relaxing. So I started, like, I get anxious when I first started, and then as I'm going through, I'm getting a little bit calmer. And so it's an interesting process. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. From that point of view, it's a really interesting gauge as to what your internal chatter and what your internal feelings are, emotions are. That's interesting.
Yep.
Like,
I was a little stressed by the end of Friday.
Yeah.
For
that
sure.
happens. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Well, Pam, I'm going to tune out since I've got this new puppy. He's in and out. So I'm trying to get acclimated to him to us. But I wanted to thank you for the German short row video. I tore out the Puma pocket sweater and redid it. It turned out beautifully. I figured out the pockets this week. And so I've got about a third of the front left, and then I can put it together. So.
Well, I hope you join another knit along or come back again next time so that I can see it.
I'm doing the 7 Sisters.
Oh, good. Okay, good. So I'll
yeah.
see you then too.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
So
excellent.
thank you.
Well, thank you so much for hopping on. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. This is so much fun. I don't know. What's everybody got planned? Do they have fun
I had a
things?
question, if I can ask Pamela, and also not about this one. Well, first I wanted to say that it's not been a year that I started knitting. I think there's a couple of us in the group, and I'm so proud. Like, I just cannot wait. I just finished it yesterday, so I cannot wait to just have the chance to wear it and say, hey, I did this,
Yes.
because it shows so well for like a beginner. Anyway, so that's great. I'm very, very grateful and looking forward for the next knit along as well. And then thanks for your help on the Amanta sweater for the baby. And then I was able to fix that. And I just have a question. I'm ready to start the yoke, and this will be the first time for me. And then it says join the raglan. So I'm just doing the rag at the arm, I guess. Right, the raglan is just the arm.
Yeah, there'll be a short section that goes kind of from here to here,
like
underneath the arm to here.
Like this part.
Um,
Oh, this I'm gonna show you a sleeve. This is a sleeve.
Yeah.
So that will be this part. Yeah. So
that
I'm
part.
just going to join to the 4 raglan.
Yeah.
And then I'll start picking up the stitches for the yoke, but I won't. My question is, I find it strange that they are not. Oops. They are not asking me to join the
They
the
will,
button
the
band.
front band, they will.
But that's the end, right? So it seems to be at the end.
Did flip that around again. Hold that up for me again.
So
Where's the
this
top?
one,
Where's the top
the
of the
top-
front?
wait a second. The top is here. This is the top. This is the band. This is the top.
Okay, let me see the raglan. Let me see the
Raglan is
band.
here.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good. All right, let me get the pattern out while we're
And I'm sorry, it just says for the yoke, it says join raglan seams. And then it says with right facing, pick up you know, so many stitches, and then there's a pattern. And you work this in the garter stitch, and then it's just at the end you cast off, and then you join the side and the sleeve seam, and then sew bands in position. So like for me it's counterintuitive. Oh, sorry. I think I was speaking while you were
No, I was listening.
you were there. Okay, sorry. So for me, like my intuition would be to at least maybe not do the side, because I guess it's better not to do the side because you want it like all open. But I would think that the band is here, better do the band now before picking up around. Sorry for the noise if you hear it.
No, I'm just looking at the directions at the pattern to see where it says to put the.
Ladies, I'm going to jump off as well. I thank you for the questions and your encouragement.
Absolutely. We have one more. So everybody, we'll see everybody with their beautiful capelet. But if you're not
I'm
done,
certain I won't be done with mine.
Yeah.
But I am just enjoying this time together. It's awesome. I love to see this and listen to people's thoughts, and you learn so much.
I know, and it's so much more fun than doing it alone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I'm going to go knit alone right now.
Okay.
Get started and do some more. So thanks, guys.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It would be nice to see everybody's like a photo of everybody with different colors and stuff. So
Yeah.
could be.
Maybe we can get one the next time. We'll get a gallery photo.
That'd be perfect. Thanks, guys.
I'm waiting actually to hear what you are talking about with the Amanta sweater, because I had the same question when I was putting it together, and I actually put this bands together to the front before I picked up, so that I'd have a stronger way to pick up.
So that would be my intuition. So
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I don't think it matters. I'm looking at it here. Yes,
okay.
it does say for you to do it at the end, but I don't think it matters. I can't see why it would matter, you know.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll do the raglan and the button bands.
Mhm.
Wait for the sides and then do the yoke. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want to see my finished one?
Yes. I think you showed it to me. It was beautiful.
Wait, I'm gonna get
Show everybody else.
get a picture. I don't have the baby here.
Sorry, the workers were asking a question. Were you asking me a question?
No, not yet.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Esther's getting her Amanta.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Oh, she did the Amanta too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Curious about the color.
that's a very popular kit.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It is
Which
so cute. I'm sorry, Jennifer?
Amanta.
Which one was it? The Amanta? What is it? A sweater or a shawl?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little baby.
Oh,
Um,
oh, it's cute.
oh, there, yeah.
Oh, it's adorable. Is it like
Yeah,
more like? Yep.
it's really cute. And the yarn for that is this really wonderful superwash. So it's good for kids. And it's so soft, and
Yeah.
it's a really lovely, lovely yarn. Did everybody else enjoy knitting the rib as much as I did? I just loved it. It was so no brainer. Talk about Zen knitting. It was just, I loved it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Tail end. So then you're like, you're almost at that finished product.
yeah, yeah.
I like
Although
those
I
4
felt-
by.
Oh, sorry, I felt cramped a little bit because I guess it wanted, because maybe I was doing just half of the stitches maybe, and it was like wanted to go inside, and then my hands were like cramped a little bit, but
Oh, okay, maybe, yeah, yeah.
People see that.
Oh, yeah. She did it in the wisteria as well. It's beautiful.
yeah, beautiful. So you use the same color as the one
In the
one that,
pattern.
yeah,
in the
yeah.
pattern.
That's good. What size did you do?
I did, let me make it a little bigger. Can you see that? Wait, I think, what do I need to
Yeah,
put it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But was
Oh,
it like
here, I can see it better.
you remember, like, was it 2-3 years?
1 to 2.
1 to 2. Oh, that's the same size I'm doing.
Because
Looks
I
so
made it
good,
for my
yeah.
little friend who is 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. Oh,
That
that's
is
cool.
such beautiful work, Esther. Truly, truly. You can just tell it's done beautifully. Something to be really proud of.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And you have a thing with for the buttons. You're very good in picking the right buttons too.
Oh, I have a knitting companion who used to work at a button store. I learned about buttons. I became a connoisseur of buttons.
That's so cool. When I was a little girl, I remember my mom had a big button box. Any of your moms, or do you have one, a big button box where all the extra buttons went, and sometimes I could play with them and string them up.
Let me see if you could see this. I don't know if you can see this, but that's her.
Oh, and that's her wearing
goodness,
it.
This
That's
is
Mira
cute.
taking out the dishes from the dishwasher with her little sweater on.
That is so cute.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh, precious. Oh, just precious. Were you going to say something, Rochelle?
I was just going to say that I enjoy doing 4x4 rib versus 2x2 rib.
Oh, yeah, because you can get into a little bit more of a rhythm before you have to switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I usually
so-
don't like doing ribbing. And then like this one, I was like, oh, I like the 4x4. I don't think I've done 4x4 before. I think I've always done 2x2.
yeah, this is
Or-
fun. This is fun. So
Yeah.
you knit continental.
Yes.
Yes. So I've been practicing because I'm a lefty and I want to be able to demonstrate things for you ladies better. I've been practicing knitting right-handed continental, and I'm slow, but I can do it. But have you ever knitted and I don't have it down yet, but I think they call it Norwegian purling. Have you ever done that?
I haven't. No.
It looked like, I thought, well, as long as I'm learning, maybe I should learn that way. Because
Is it similar to like, well, I don't know. I learned how to knit by YouTube videos. I've only been knitting for a couple years, but there was I didn't know any difference between like, continental versus the English knitting. And I just happened to, I think, watch a video where she was teaching it continental, which seemed to make sense. And so it just kind of stuck. But I used to have to pinch my yarn to do a purl.
Mhm.
And then I finally watched some videos on how to actually purl the correct way of, moving your yarn. And
the
now
front,
it's,
yeah.
yes, now it's so much easier. But before I used to have to go, now I can just go back and purl this way. But I used to have to actually grab it and then use 2 fingers to wrap it.
To hold it. Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'm at that stage right now.
And
Yeah, I think I
I'd-
knit continental. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video because I was taught to knit as a child by my grandma. So I knit the
Uh-huh.
way she showed me.
Of
But I'm
course.
watching, as I watch continental knitters, I think I knit continental.
Yeah,
I
well,
have-
oh,
if you don't throw the yarn,
I
then you
don't.
do.
I I think, I mean, she was from Russia.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. Yeah.
So this is
well,
how
and then
she,
there's like a
I just
Portuguese
never
way too,
like gave
isn't
it a
there?
name.
Yeah, there's a new Portuguese way. I'm not sure who said that, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's a Portuguese way to where you put a little device here that kind of tensions your yarn, and you put it through that, and I think around your neck or something, and when you hold it, you've got the yarn coming down like that. I don't know.
That I thought that was really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to help make you knit more evenly as far as your tension, and I think it's supposed to be easy on your hands. I don't know if I'm right on that.
Yeah, I think it.
Well, Norwegian,
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah. Yeah, they're teaching it's Vogue, it's a Vogue in New York right now, right? The weekend.
Right.
I was like, I mean, I'm too far away in Texas, but I, thought about it. So maybe next year, but I think they have a couple that are they were teaching. I think I have a class or something that's teaching them.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. These little fads come, and it's fun to try them and to do them.
So what do you think after so many weeks? I think this is actually looking like it's supposed to look. It's tiny, it's very small, but
Oh, it looks
now it's
beautiful.
starting to look like, I'm looking at yours. I'm
Yeah.
starting to feel like, yay, I finally getting there.
You're totally getting there.
There, I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's long.
Wow, yours is almost done.
On this side. Well, but they say 54 inches.
Yeah, but don't go by that necessarily. Wrap it around
Yeah.
your shoulders, because
Again, that's what I was thinking. I'm not going to do 18 because I was like, this is, yeah, exactly. Like we're already, let me get this.
I mean, yours looks very long.
yeah, but you're gonna need, she'll need a little bit more. But remember, your shoulders are a little different. So
Yeah.
I would just, you're not ready to, but once I got fairly close, once I got to where, I would just toss it over my shoulders and kind of pull it
Okay.
like this.
So
And
it's okay to, like somebody else said, so instead of doing 18, I could do maybe like either 16 or 17, maybe depending on.
it
Okay.
doesn't matter. You can stop wherever, as long as you end with, what is it? You end at a row 12, and then you repeat row one more time.
Or one. Yes. Okay. That was, because I have a feeling I'll probably have to do a little bit, not as much as 18, because that's what I was thinking. That's why I measured it today, because I was thinking, wow, this is really long. It's I have it. It's 28. It was 28 when I was doing it earlier, right before I came up here. So it's 28 inches already.
And then it stretches.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I just finished 10 cycles, so I think I should be able to hopefully finish and then start binding off, and then start getting the rows for next. It's hard. I work long. I do a lot of typing and stuff during the week, so I'm actually a lot further along than I would be, because this is pushing me to do a little bit more, so it's great.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And then anybody who didn't, the videos are up on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, for the joining. If you didn't do the provisional cast on, here's a way to graft the stitches together.
Yeah, I saved it on the YouTube.
Yeah, and it's real
Easy.
I mean, it's easy, and it's really quite
You can-
hidden.
Yeah.
So your YouTubes are up on the Dizzy Knitter Facebook or somewhere else?
They are on, I need to put them on the Facebook too. They're on the YouTube channel. Let me,
I'll have to get that.
I'll send you the link just now. I'll put the link in.
That almost looks the way I graft little toes for socks.
Yeah, probably. This is just a regular, this is just sewing it with a needle, just to make it look like
looks
another row of
beautiful.
stitches. Yeah, yeah. And of course, the provisional, there are different ways it could have been done. But anyway, as always, knitting takes, you can be creative and do your own thing. Right now, I am starting the assigned pooling. Have you guys ever done that yet?
I
Where-
haven't at it.
Where you knit, like, let me see, how can you see the color very well? You knit with the main color for so long. Let's see, there's this much of the main color, and then there's a few inches of a contrasting color. And then you make a special stitch of some kind, depending on the pattern with that. And then you keep knitting. And so it's all very just random, however the hand-dyed yarn, it's special hand-dyed yarn. And then, oh, here comes another flower, this contrasting, and it ends up looking like, let's see, like that. You can
Like
see
a
those-
flower bed.
yeah,
Wow.
totally random.
And what did you call that?
It's a new technique that's kind of getting popular now. It's called assigned pooling. Assigned pooling, because when you use hand-dyed yarn, and sometimes if the dyer isn't real savvy, you'll get colors that'll all plunk to one place, and you don't like it because it's not what you planned. You want it more even, but this is made on purpose to be, you're assigning it, you're planning it to be that way. And so you have to be really creative. And anyway, I'm just starting it. I don't have anything done on it yet, hardly at all, but I'm really excited to
Is that
try
a
it.
pattern by Jennifer?
No, this pattern is by Dream and Color. The people who oh wait, here's the title page. The people who dye my yarn, they came up with the pattern. And there's a lot of different kinds. Sometimes they use the assigned pooling, and they'll have like long special stitches that are kind of, I don't know how to explain it. They're just like it'll be long set of stitches, but these happen to be flowers, and I liked the flowers. So I'm gonna
It's a very pretty, it almost makes you think of doing something like for a special event,
yeah,
like even a wedding, to
yeah,
do, wedding colors.
yeah, that's true.
It's like it's having a garden around your neck. It's so pretty.
Yeah, and this is it's quite a narrow scarf. It's not a shawl. It's quite a narrow scarf, so you can just kind of wrap it around your neck, and you know what I mean. It's not, you could wear it all summer long.
Is it in cotton for the summer? That's for the summer, right?
No, this is sock yarn. Basically, it's
Oh, okay.
merino, cashmere, and a 10% nylon. It's 70
Okay.
merino, 20 cashmere, and 10% nylon.
But it's mostly for summer, you would say? Or
well,
to
the
both?
scarf is for summer. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
unless you want to just, yeah, I mean, you could wear it in the winter. It just, if you were really, really cold, you'd want something thicker,
Okay.
heavier.
But it's meant for the summer.
Yeah, yeah,
Looks nice.
yeah, it's really cute. Fun. It's always fun to do new things.
So the Seven Sisters, like so I'm really enjoying this. I think I've said this before, but I learned how to crochet from my grandmother. And then my mom does some knitting as well, but she wasn't really my work, but she wasn't the one who taught me. I learned from from a male ballet dancer who used to knit. So I learned English knitting that way, but I've never been really good. I just been doing little bits and pieces throughout my life until, my, goal over the last, 6 months to a year was to pick it back up again and go farther than the simple things. but I guess, you know, it's like, it's fun to, like the Seven Sisters, like this has been fun. Like this, I didn't think, like I was watching it on the, you know, the Facebook feed for a long time thinking, oh, it's going to be too difficult. I'm really glad that I decided to do it because it's really not difficult. It's fun. It looks fabulous and it's not difficult. And I'm super, super excited. So I'm wondering like how many times I like, you know, just because I'm not familiar with the way that it's written or like the certain techniques, that I just passed up things that'd probably be easy. I mean, do you think the Seven Sisters would be a good one to like learn those short rows? And
Yeah, I don't think there's any short rows in the Seven
Oh,
Sisters.
okay,
Okay.
what's the techniques in the Seven Sisters that would be helpful?
The technique is knitting in the round. So someone who isn't familiar with, you know, knitting in the round, and then knitting up, and then starting to separate their work for at the armholes, you separate your work, and then you do need to shape the neck, but I think it's done with decreases.
Okay, something good. I they're probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, it's a great first, it starts at the bottom. It's not a top-down sweater, it's a bottom-up sweater. And so, but it's a great first sweater in the round. In other words, if you've not ever done a sweater in the round, it's a perfect first time.
I've done just mostly squares with, you know, easily like basic.
Well, this is just one step beyond that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You know what's beautiful about this yarn that we're working with? I'm just noticing yours and mine's in blue, but I love the little flecks, the little, I think that's so beautiful.
It's just beautiful. They call it Donegal yarn. I guess I didn't look up the.
The Scottish?
Yeah, Donegal.
Right.
It's Irish made tweed.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, I thought so too.
It's Scottish. Yes, Irish.
Irish made tweed. But I wonder what if it's just from this area, if that's why. Oh, yeah. It's wool. It's wool.
It's almost like it has flecks of light in it. That's what it looks like to me. It's just very pretty.
Yeah, it's got those dark flecks. Like I think each color has some darker flecks and some lighter flecks that give you some.
It just gives it a very nice variegation.
Yes, it does. Very even.
Yeah.
And it can and Donegal, I have worked with some Donegal that was really kind of harsh and, you know, scratchy maybe just a little bit, but this is so soft. Blue Sky Fibers does such a beautiful job, and I love their yarn. Just love it. I just came from Vegas. I just got home a couple days ago, where my shipping department is. My daughter lives there and she manages all of the shipping. And so I got to play with all the different yarns and bring some home. So I'm just kind of in, you know, I mean, that's why you own a yarn shop, right? So that you can play with all the yarn.
So do you still have a shop in brick and mortar?
I don't anymore. Yeah.
I mean, it's like we've got, I think it's wonderful. I mean, that we're online right now and having this lovely chat and figuring out how to knit together on Zoom. It's great.
Yeah.
But it's a big change that's happened.
It is. And what I find interesting, Esther, is how quickly we adapt to the new norm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I used to knit every single week for almost 10 years at this little shop. We used every Monday night. And then I really was missing my little shop knitting. And then it was so nice to discover you people. It was delightful.
It's a delight to have you. It's been so much fun.
And you're in Santa Monica?
I'm north. I'm in Ventura,
Oh, you're in
North.
Ventura. Okay.
just south of Santa Barbara.
Ah, okay. My sister lives in Corona del Mar,
Oh, yeah.
and my nephew lives in Santa Monica.
Oh, lovely. Both lovely places. Yeah. Yeah.
I used to live in San Francisco for many years, where you definitely can use.
Yeah. You can use this year. In fact, you can use this more in the summer.
Exactly. Definitely use it for the summer.
It's cold in the summer. I can remember I moved from, excuse me, I moved from Washington State many years ago when my daughter, who's now 36, was 2. And we moved to south of San Francisco to Santa Cruz.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, we'll be able to take the kids to the beach, and and so I get there and I pack up the kids and I go to the beach and I'm like, oh my goodness, where have we moved? It was like a wind tunnel and freezing cold. And I was like,
I had
this
both
is
of my,
California. What's
Yeah,
going on?
because I was going to, I mean, it was dancing, and then it was the universities over there, and like like the VA is like called the VA spa over there, but it's like got a beautiful view, but like you freeze, you don't go outside because it's like so windy. So yeah, my kids were used to like dressing up like in like warm clothing to go like wandering the beach, where you don't really go into the water, you just wander. You went to like Hawaii to actually get into warm water, and but they were used to it. Like they were used to you layer up, you just layer up a ton. You're used to a lot of wind. And then when we moved to Texas, they were still young, like 4 and 6 or so, or 4 and 7, and it was it was a big change. I remember, because we're kind of landlocked over here, and they're like, "Where's the beach?" But it's like 100, and the first summer was like 116 for like weeks on end. I was like, wow, wow.
That's where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and our favorite thing to do is to go to the San Francisco in the summer, and you see all the tourists, and they're in their short sleeves and their shorts, and they're freezing. And then by the end of like by noon, they've all bought their San Francisco sweatshirt. It's like they're like California in the summer, and then it's like no, not in San Francisco. It's colder. So.
We know in Boston, it is today about close to 60. And it's February 8th, 10th, 11th, whatever it is today. It's unusual weather for Boston.
Wow. It's unusually warm.
Unusually warm.
60.
We're 58 right now, Esther.
I mean, that's incredible. It's basically the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, usually in February, there's snow on the ground.
Yeah. I wonder if you guys are done with snow for the year. What do you think?
I don't think we're done, because I've lived here long enough to know it snows. It could snow in April.
Oh, really?
Like when we have a slow winter, then we can have this incredible March and actually have snow. But of course, when you have snow in March or April, certainly, it melts fast. So it's very different than freezing cold winter snow. So we've had just a very moderate winter.
Wow. It's fun to have all the different changes, all the different temperatures. There's things to enjoy about it all.
You have to wonder, though, if with all the climate change, if that's what's affecting, because the weather is unusually warm. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's lovely to have it be warm, but it's unusual.
Yeah.
Wildlife and plants and insects, right? So I think that's I think that's why there's some of the, I think if you get to the northern sections where so there's more parasitic, bugs that are, I think insects that are destroying things that you normally get killed off in the winters. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Where I do think it has some climate change push onto it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
does anybody have any other questions or concerns? So next week,
Fair enough.
come ready for a group photo so we can post it and show everybody what we did.
All right, I have to knit a lot this week because mine is not ready for a photo.
No, you've got 2 weeks, so I don't know if that helps.
I know I'm kind of debating if I should take mine off of the needles and then just try it on and see if I should go tighter in the neckline, but before I
Oh.
finish.
Do you have, are
Because
you
I'm-
knitting it on interchangeable needles?
No,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could take it off and put stoppers on the end and
yeah,
put a long
I
cable
usually
on.
do, but I didn't this time. I used
Yeah.
fixed because I didn't have a 10.5, so I just had to go buy one.
Yeah, no.
Rachel, can you hold yours up again?
Sure.
Which
So
which one? Mine or hers? I
the,
got a Rachel and a Rochelle.
yeah, and I'm
Okay,
French, so I'm Rochelle in
both.
French. So that's
No,
why
both
I'm
of
all
you,
confused.
if you don't mind standing up, I'd love to see it because you're
Okay, so I am
almost
standing
finished.
up. Do you see me?
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes, lovely.
Okay,
And that's on mine.
good.
And then Rochelle,
Yeah, I don't know
oh,
if I can.
yours is pink.
I
Yeah.
know.
I don't know if I could. I can't move backwards where I'm at. So
And
Okay,
Rochelle,
so-
maybe you could put a lifeline and then remove it and then put it back if you need to, you know?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the lifeline, so then you don't have to cast off.
Well,
Yeah,
even
I
if you
think
have
I'm
a
gonna-
long cable, long interchangeable cable, you could put it through with smaller needles. You know what I mean? It wouldn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna just put it on. I have that, thing that you can just put on the end of your needle and
Yeah.
pull it off onto.
Yeah, you probably can do that too. Yeah, you just get your head
Yeah.
through. It doesn't need to go down over your shoulders, that part.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest way. Yeah.
So
This
many
is-
different colors.
I'm like, I have a friend who loves to tear her work out and redo stuff. Like literally she casts on and she goes like 3 inches and she's like, no, I don't like it. And she'll tear it out and start all over. And it like gives me anxiety. Like every time she does that, I'm like, and she goes, oh, I love it. I love just to figure it out. And I'm like, oh, that is not me.
Oh, well,
Crochet,
that's oh,
crochet, but-
what, Jennifer? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I don't mind that with crochet because it's so easy, right? It's just the one, like you can rip it out and like midway and pick it up real easily. But I'm not good at when you have to like rip out. I mean, unless you completely rip out the whole thing for knitting. Like when I lose or skip it, I get anxiety about that. Like when something happens and I have to undo it. Like, I don't know, maybe that
Yeah.
gets better.
Well, that's me too, because it's like I just don't have very much time. And so it's like, when I finally get to knit, I don't want to have to redo it. I wanna, like move on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she loves it.
Well, everything's fun. So if looks like it's time for us to scoot. If everybody doesn't have any more, if there aren't any other questions.
Right?
Thank you very much.
You okay, Janelle?
Thank you.
Yeah, did you have
Oh,
a
yeah, I'm fine. Thank
You're
you.
good. I'm so glad you joined us. We were all, oops, she's gone. Okay.
That was good. Well, have a good 2 weeks.
Have great,
Hi, everyone.
take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.